this breaking story indicates that Commissioner Mary Jose Ogue of the Hogue Commission into Foreign Interference just released a ruling today, weeks after the phase of hearing from witnesses has closed. A pretty stunning ruling. She says that she's granting complete anonymity to two secret protected witnesses because they have either life safety threats or threats of serious repercussions to their lives in Canada. Her ruling says that they have direct evidence regarding how Beijing's United Front foreign influence arm allegedly targets Chinese Canadian political candidates and community groups. So, Corey, as you know, this has been the thrust of my reporting that drove the Hogue inquiry, that China uses nefarious networks inside Canada that threaten Canadians and attempt to leverage politicians. So really, it adds concrete evidence that this judge from Quebec is saying she's so concerned with the credible safety threats that she's going to seal records from these two secret witnesses for 99 years.
Really? That's sealing the records of their identity, but she still wants to hear the testimony, right?
She wants to hear their testimony in affidavit form. And I believe there could be in-camera or secret interviews, but done in such a way that the public will receive very sanitized, anonymized summaries. And so for your viewers and listeners that are wondering, could direct witnesses such as these that have evidence of what politicians may have been colluding with Beijing, will they be named? I don't think they'll be named in these documents, but at least it looks to me positive that the commission wants to hear from people with serious evidence and serious safety concerns that need to be protected.
Okay, so we probably won't be seeing any specific bombshells getting that tight, but as you said, it's a good trend that they even want to have this in here and they're putting the protections up for these witnesses to come forward. So it is a good indication they're taking this inquiry seriously.
This has always been my view that they've got to some good evidence, and I believe they only have the tip of the iceberg, of course, evident to the public. They're holding back so much information. Justin Trudeau and his cabinet have held back documents that they claim are, not pointing to nefarious activity. So why are they holding them back? And so I do believe this commission has been valuable. It's proven that something very deeply nefarious is happening, and yet I still think it's minimizing what the public knows in a big way.
So some information we're getting, though, I guess you could say, is coming from the China itself. With yesterday, what you broke with Beijing endorsed 41 of the races or candidates in them in the 2019 election. I mean, the evidence just keeps mounting about how heavily invested they were in that election, and they're not hiding it even, it seems.
Absolutely, Corey. To briefly explain the power of this document, as you know, I have community sources from Asia throughout Canada that are so deeply concerned, much like these witnesses that will be protected by Hogue, with how they are threatening Canada and how the penetration of the CCP into Canada's democracy is far beyond what most people understand. So these sources provided to me a Chinese Communist Party record from an entity that is specifically tasked to influence ethnic Chinese people wherever they live in the world, to surveil them, to mobilize them when China needs them. And this document explains how Beijing was very satisfied that 41 candidates that it viewed, according to expert Charles Burton, it viewed as potentially useful, were nominated in the 2019 contest. And it described very succinctly how China was pleased with those results, but wanted to see improvements, more leveraging of these community associations into our politics. And a nugget from this Chinese Communist Party document that I know your viewers will find important is it says, Little Trudeau, or the translation is Trudeau Jr., specifically went into the heart of Toronto area ridings that Beijing views as important to themselves because they feel they would like to control the Chinese populations there. Trudeau went there seeking votes days before the 2019 election. So this piece of evidence, I believe, suggests that it tells us why Justin Trudeau was standing in the way of evidence coming out in the inquiry, the document indicates that Trudeau wanted to get votes and that Beijing knows he wants those votes. Furthermore, it says that Mr. Trudeau appointing the candidate from the area he visited, Minister Marying, was seen as very notable by the Chinese Communist Party. But the key figure here is 41 candidates endorsed. It was just incredibly sophisticated, the analysis pointing to how that was better than the past few elections, but China wants to cultivate and control, unfortunately, more political talent within the diaspora.